Did you know that our furry friends can sometimes make us sick? Dogs are wonderful companions, but they can also carry diseases that can be passed to humans. From itchy rashes to serious infections, it's important to know what these diseases are and how to avoid them. Here are 10 common diseases that dogs can transmit to people, how they spread, and what we can do to stay healthy while enjoying our pets. Stay tuned to learn how to keep both you and your dog safe. 10. Rabies. Rabies is a very serious disease that dogs can give to humans. It is caused by a virus that affects the brain and nervous system, which means it can make both animals and people very sick. This virus is usually spread through bites from an infected animal. When a dog has rabies, it might act very strangely. It can become either very aggressive or unusually timid. People who get bitten by a dog that has rabies need to see a doctor right away to get a special medicine called rabies vaccine. This medicine helps stop the virus from causing illness. The good news is that rabies can be prevented by making sure dogs are vaccinated. This means they get a shot from the vet that protects them from getting rabies. It's very important for all dog owners to vaccinate their dogs to keep them and everyone else safe. In many places, it's the law to have your dog vaccinated against rabies. 9. Ringworm. Ringworm is not actually a worm. It's a skin infection caused by a type of fungus. Dogs can get ringworm and then pass it to humans when we touch them. This fungus makes round red patches on the skin that can be itchy and uncomfortable. You might see these patches on the dog's fur as well, looking like patches where the fur is missing. If a person touches a dog with ringworm or even touches something the dog has touched, like a bed or brush, they can get the infection. This is why it's important to wash your hands after playing with dogs, especially if they are not your own or if they look like they might be sick. To prevent ringworm, it's important to keep dogs clean and check them often for signs of the infection. If a dog does get ringworm, there are special shampoos and medicines that can help them get better. Doctors can also give medicine to people who catch ringworm from dogs to help clear up the infection. 8. Leptospirosis. Leptospirosis is a disease that dogs can catch and then give to people. It's caused by bacteria that live in water or wet soil. Sometimes, these bacteria can also be found in the urine of infected animals, including dogs. When dogs play in or drink dirty water, they can pick up these bacteria and get sick. If a dog has leptospirosis, it can pass the bacteria to humans through its urine. If people touch this urine or water and soil that has been mixed with the urine, they can get infected. This is why it's important to wear gloves and wash hands after cleaning up after dogs, or when working in places where dogs might have gone to the bathroom. Leptospirosis can make both dogs and people very sick. Some signs of sickness include fever, feeling very tired, and having a headache. Doctors can treat leptospirosis with medicines called antibiotics. To prevent getting this disease, keep dogs away from dirty water and make sure they are checked and vaccinated by a vet. 7. Gardiasis. Gardiasis is a disease that both dogs and humans can get, and it's caused by a tiny germ called a parasite. This parasite is named Gardia, and it lives in the intestines of animals and people. Dogs can pick up Gardia from drinking dirty water, or from places where other dogs have gone to the bathroom. If a person touches something that has been contaminated with the feces of an infected dog, like soil or water, they can also get Gardiasis. This disease can make dogs and people feel really sick in their stomachs. They might have diarrhea, stomach cramps, and feel very tired. To stop Gardiasis from spreading, it's important to always wash hands after playing with dogs, or being in places where dogs might have gone to the bathroom. Also, making sure dogs have clean, safe water to drink and keeping their living areas clean can help prevent the disease. If someone does get Gardiasis, doctors can give them medicine to help them feel better. This medicine fights the Gardia parasite and helps clear up the infection. 6. Hookworms. Hookworms are small worms that can live in a dog's intestines. Dogs can pass these worms to humans, and it usually happens when people walk barefoot on soil that has been contaminated with dog feces containing hookworm larvae. These larvae are tiny worm babies that can pierce the skin. When hookworms get into people, they can cause itchy skin and sometimes a red squiggly line where the worm moved under the skin. They can also make people feel sick to their stomachs and very tired if the worms get into the intestines. To avoid getting hookworms, it's important to wear shoes when walking on soil or sand, especially in places where dogs might have gone to the bathroom. Also, always wash your hands after playing with dogs or being in areas where dogs hang out. Keeping the areas where dogs live clean and picking up dog poop right away can also help prevent hookworms. If a dog or person gets hookworms, doctors and vets have medicine that can kill the worms and make them feel better. 5. Campylobacteriosis. Campylobacteriosis is an illness that people can catch from dogs. It is caused by Campylobacter bacteria, which often live in a dog's intestines without making the dog sick. However, these bacteria can be passed to humans through dog poop. If someone accidentally touches dog poop and then touches their mouth without washing their hands, they can get this illness. This disease can make people feel really sick in their stomachs. Symptoms include diarrhea, stomach cramps, and fever. It can make someone feel bad enough to need to stay in bed and might last for about a week. To prevent catching Campylobacteriosis, it's very important to wash hands thoroughly with soap and water after handling dogs, especially after picking up their poop. It's also good to keep dog areas clean and ensure that dogs have regular checkups at the vet to keep them healthy. If someone does get sick from Campylobacteriosis, doctors usually recommend drinking lots of fluids to stay hydrated and might give medicines to help with the symptoms. 4. Salmonelosis. Salmonelosis is a disease that people can get from dogs. It is caused by Salmonella bacteria, which can live in a dog's intestines without making the dog look sick. These bacteria can spread to humans through dog poop. If someone touches something that has been contaminated with dog poop and then touches their mouth, they can get salmonellosis. This illness can make people feel really unwell. It usually causes stomach pain, diarrhea, fever, and sometimes throwing up. These symptoms can be pretty tough for kids and adults, and they might last for several days. To avoid getting salmonellosis, it's very important to wash hands thoroughly with soap and water after playing with dogs or after cleaning up their poop. Keeping places where dogs live and play clean can also help prevent the disease. If someone does catch salmonellosis, doctors often suggest drinking lots of water to stay hydrated and might prescribe medicine to help with the symptoms. They also make sure that the person rests until they feel better. 3. Toxocariasis. Toxocariasis is an illness that comes from roundworms, which are parasites. Dogs can carry these worms, especially puppies, and pass them to humans through their poop. The eggs of these worms can stick to the soil or sand where dogs have been. If kids play in that dirt and then put their hands in their mouths without washing them, they can swallow the eggs. Once inside a person, these eggs hatch into larvae, which are baby worms. They can travel around inside the body and cause different problems, like coughing, a fever, or a big belly. Sometimes, the worms can even affect the eyes, which might cause trouble seeing. To keep from getting toxocariasis, it's important to wash hands after playing outside, especially before eating. Also, keeping your dog dewormed and cleaning up dog poop quickly can help prevent this disease. If a doctor finds out someone has toxocariasis, they can give medicine that kills the worms. This helps stop the worms from causing more problems and makes the person feel better. 2. Brucellosis. Brucellosis is a rare disease that can spread from dogs to humans, but it's more common in farm animals. It happens when people come into contact with infected animals or their body fluids like blood or urine. In dogs, the disease can make them very sick, causing problems like not being able to have puppies or having a fever. Humans can catch brucellosis if they touch something that has these fluids on it and then accidentally touch their mouth or eyes. This illness can make people feel like they have the flu, with symptoms like fever, sweating at night, feeling very tired, and having pain in their muscles and joints. These symptoms can last a long time, even for months. To prevent getting brucellosis, it's important to wear gloves and wash hands after touching dogs or cleaning up after them, especially in places where dogs might be sick. Vets also suggest testing dogs for this disease and treating them if they are infected to keep both pets and people safe. 1. Scabies. Scabies, also known as sarcoptic mange, is a skin condition caused by tiny mites that burrow into the skin. Dogs can get scabies, and they often feel very itchy and uncomfortable. They might scratch a lot and lose some of their fur. These mites can also jump from dogs to humans when we pet or cuddle with them, especially if the dog is very sick with scabies. When people get scabies from dogs, they might notice itchy bumps or a rash on their skin. This itching can be really bothersome, especially at night. The areas most likely to be affected are the arms, chest, or belly. To prevent getting scabies from dogs, it's important to keep dogs healthy and take them to the vet if they start scratching a lot or losing fur. Also, washing hands after playing with dogs and keeping their sleeping areas clean can help stop the spread of scabies. If someone does get scabies, doctors can give special creams or medicines to put on the skin to kill the mites and stop the itching. So this was all about today's video. Do let us know your thoughts in comments. Please subscribe to The Amazing Dogs. Thank you for watching.